Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Griffin Publication. I, the director of Griffin Publication, Me, welcome you all to our show today. And we keep your trust safe with us. We are here again to launch again another interesting book published by Griffin Publication, written by Adhirr Raj Mathur. Today, we are really fortunate to have with us our awe-inspiring personalities gracing our show. I extend my heartfelt welcome and gratitude to our guests present here. We have today with us Dinesh Kapoor. What to say about him? You all must be watching him regularly on television shows, all right, on all the channels. I'll introduce him definitely. We have a guest of honor, Pragya, Richa, Srivastava, and awe-inspiring and role model for all of us. We have Dr. Santosh Kumar, Professor Dr. Santosh Kumar, again, an inspiring personality and a great motivator. We have Dr. Ramesh Bagla, sir, again, a wonderful personality and inspiring personality. And of course, we have Adhirr Raj Mathur, sir, along with his family. We have his reviewers with us. We have wonderful people attending our show. Definitely, we will introduce you one by one. So welcome all of you to the show. And at first I would speak about Dinesh Kapoor, sir. He is a person of literature. He is a journalist. He has been the foreign correspondent in New York for National Herald in 1985. He is a historian, writer, artist, TV personality, filmmaker. As a historian, he wrote no less than 100 different subjects concerning history. And all his videos are available on YouTube channel titled History by Dinesh Kapoor. He is often seen on TV channels to speak on different topics of history. His prestigious paper on the excavation done in Qutb complex by Mr. Lal of ASI in 1992 was published on full color page of Hindustan Times and was also broadcast on many television channels. His book on Delhi was published by the Times Group titled Delhi Down the Ages. He has given an absolutely different interpretation of Mahabharata and Ramayana in his book. Also, one of his books, Purv Sandhya, a very popular book in Hindi, was published by Prabhat Prakashan, Delhi. As a writer and a journalist, he started his writing at the age of 12. Since then, he has written hundreds of articles, short and long stories, poetry, novels on various subjects. He is also a radio artist. He used to lend his voice to radio programs, All India Radio, totaling to hundreds. He is also a filmmaker. He has made the feature film starring Krishna Abhishek titled Pyar Ke Rang Hazar. The theme was on gender equality in our society. He has written, directed, and produced 22 documentaries to depict art, culture, and history of our country. All of these were televised by Doordarshan, Delhi, and 12 out of these were bought by National Museum and exhibited in the 250-seater air-conditioned auditorium in Janpat, New Delhi for 18 years. These films were the result of intense study and research of history, of course. Sir Dinesh also is a traveler. He has traveled and toured almost all the 5 continents and most parts of the world. And he also writes travelogues. He is also a popular public speaker. And so we can see him almost every day on TV channels. And he is invited to speak on highly interesting topics and popular topics and the current topics. He is a good debater too. He is a theater artist. He has done over 300 stage performances. And his last accomplishment is the Ram Lila. He has written and directed Ram Lila, and where only the children have participated. It was Ramayana by logic. He has also related the story of Christ for village kids, as well as kids of Witstown on Christmas. Thank you so much, Dinesh, sir, for being with us today. I welcome you once again to our show. I would request everyone to keep their microphone on mute, please. All right. We are proud to have with us today another inspiring personality. I would call her our role model. Yes, indeed she is. Pragya Richa Srivastava, a 1991 batch IPS officer born on Madhya Pradesh cadre, is presently posted as Additional Director General of Police, Women's Safety. She has a natural interest and commitment for gender parity. She has organized a 129-kilometer long human chain in 2013 through Jabalpur and across Narmada to pledge against crimes against girl, child, and women empowerment, a feat that found a place in the Limca Book of Records. As ADG selection, she held two processes of recruitment with over 12 lakh candidates and 30,353 recruitments through completely online written examination and digitized physical examination using RFID tags and laser-based measurement devices. The Honorable Supreme Court placed on record their appreciation of this recruitment. She has made her mark in Government of India outside the realm of police as Joint Commissioner in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan and as a Director in the Ministry of Civil Aviation. She has been awarded a Diploma in Civil Aviation by International Air Transport Association. She has also been awarded President's Medal for Meritorious Service in 2020 and President's Medal for Distinguished Service in 2012. What a pleasure to have you, ma'am, today with us. Thank you so much for being here today. We have with us another personality and an educationist, Professor Dr. Santosh Kumar, Dean School of Liberal Arts and Culture Studies, Adamas University Kolkata. He's a professor of politics, public policy, and administration. He was awarded a doctorate in politics from JNU, New Delhi. An awardee of UGC, JRF, and SRF, he visited IRWS, Iris I call, Department of Politics, University of Glasgow on Commonwealth Fellowship. Professor Kumar has been practicing liberal arts of pedagogy and framework since 2009 and has incubated and initiated the liberal arts courses at the Savani University, Oro University, Surat, Flim University, Pune, School of Liberal Studies, PDPU, Gandhinagar. He has also taught at the prestigious Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Tuljapur and Mumbai campus, and EDI Ahmedabad with total teaching experience spanning to 26 years. He has wide-ranging experience in teaching, training, monitoring, and evaluations from the grassroots to policy advocacy. He was on employment with the World Bank during 2004 to 2007. As part of the team, he worked with the various state governments of India and entire South Asia. He has also been associated with multilateral and international development organizations such as UNDP, UNICEF, Asian Development Bank, etc. He has contributions in about several books, referred papers, published in reputed journals, and research and field action project reports to his credit. He is on editorial board to 3 international journals and also on the research advisory board of a number of academic institutions and professional bodies. He is an avid reader, amateur painter, and he loves poetry. He de-stresses by cooking and long drives. Thank you so much, Santosh, sir, for being here again, taking out time for us. I welcome you again to our show. We have with us, again, a role model, an inspiring personality. We'll know more about him, a person who began his modeling career at the age of 60. So let us know about Ramesh, sir. Dr. Ramesh Bagla is Professor of Strategy and Marketing and Head of the Department of Marketing at Amity Business School. Before coming to academia 13 years ago, he had rich industry experience spanning over 35 years. He has worked across functions and industry sectors. He has held senior management positions in UCO Bank, Aditya Birla Group, and Hutchison Esser Telecom, now Vodafone. He was chosen Business Professor of the Month by Higher Education magazine in one of its issues. Professor Bagla has delivered a 3-day seminar on international business strategy at ISM Paris. He has published a number of research papers and case studies in national and international journals. Professor Ramesh Bagla has done Masters in Economics and PGDBA from MDI, followed by PhD in Management from Amity University. He has attended international program on project appraisal and risk analysis conducted by Harvard University. He is a multilingual poet and model as well. So, pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you so much for accepting my request. So we have with us Hari Ram Krishnan sir. We will introduce him definitely. All right, but he has a special place in our show today. We will hear a lot from him. Before that, let me introduce our author today, Adhirr Raj Mathur sir, a leadership coach and trainer, certified design thinking, emotional intelligence, and NLP practitioner, and an author today. So I welcome you to the show and request you to brief about the book so that our guest can further speak on you and on your book.
Right. Thank you so much, Mosami, for those nice words. And good evening to everyone, and good morning as well to those of you who are joining from different time zones in the US mainland and also in Hawaii. And it's such a pleasure to be with you all today. And thank you so much for making the time on a Sunday evening here in India and for Sunday morning there in US. And it is such a pleasure to have a galaxy of the eminent speakers with us. I'm indeed thankful to every one of you here. And I'm in fact thankful to you also, Mosami, for putting all this show together. And thanks a lot to my family members who are in the call today, and also to my friends, those who are also in the call today. And regarding this book, let me give you a brief about it, an overview about it. I'm a strong proponent of the fact that humans have got immense potential. And more often than not, they are not able to perform to their own potential. The curious question is, why is it so? What is it that is coming in the way of them not performing to their potential? So it can be the possible interferences which can come in the way and which is which is negating their performances. So this book is an attempt to help people realize and reflect what are those interferences which are coming in the way of their performance. This book is also an attempt to make people realize what are those limiting beliefs which are coming in the way of their performance, which they can always reflect and realize and start mitigating them as well. So this is a book which is meant for everyone. This is a book which is going to inspire masses. And this has been my dream and my wish to reach out to the masses through this medium of a book. Back again to you, Mosami.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, it is an interesting book, and definitely everyone knows about it now, about the theme, and I'll send the book to everyone. I would request Dinesh Kapoor, sir, to speak a few words on this book, like on our author, and whatever he feels today about this book. Sir, all over to you.
On your author, Adhirr Mathurji, he's a wonderful orator, and his wife is just hiding behind her shoulder, which is
no, she's very much here.
Yeah, but which is so typical of an Indian woman. She drives the man from behind. So that's fine, that's okay. Regarding the subject of your book, I think it's very interesting and need of the hour. You see, after the tense COVID period, after the general tendency of recession in the world and the problems in India, there is depression. Your effort to bring out the pleasure, to bring out the happiness, to introduce them to is very, very commendable. I'm looking forward to hearing more of it from you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dinesh, sir. Yes, we would love to listen to you. And once we start our interaction sessions, we will know more about your views. I would now request Ma'am Pragya Richa Srivastava to view, all right, about this book, on the author, and whatever she feels today. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Mosmi, for having me with this distinguished panel. I'm indeed indebted. I must hugely congratulate Adhirji for this wonderful book. The title itself, Unbox Me. Now, for decades, for centuries, we've been carrying on with our biases. Why the box? That is the important. It has no ventilation. You see, even if you're put in a room and locked, there is some ventilation, but there's nothing in a box, not even in the ones with holes, the holy boxes, pun intended. So we carry along with all our biases, whatever we have accumulated over decades, centuries, and particularly, I would say, when we want to unwind our bodies, we just do stretching exercises. There's nothing much to be done about the mind. What I would suggest to all today is please unwind your mind. You could read Unbox Me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, we would love to listen to you more once we start the interactive session. Now, I would love to invite Dr. Santosh Kumar, sir. Yes, sir, you have been launching so many books. And now what about Unbox Me and Adhirr Raj Mathur, sir?
Yeah, but then this one is different, Moshmi and Adhirji. Many hearty congratulations to you for bringing this thing to us, as a teacher, and I'm sure Professor Ramesh will agree with me that when we are dealing with the students day in and day out, that's part of the profession. We just tell them that do the thinking out of the box. Point is, are we helping them to think out of box, or what is it that we are doing to them? I believe this particular book of realizing one's own potentials and then helping one's own self. One interesting thing is that I read all the self-help books, by everybody, uh, whatever comes my way. Many people say that we don't read the self-help books, but I do. I do because I want to see multiple perspectives on how different people think about the same problem in different ways. That itself is unboxing, that itself is so much unboxing, because then how many ways you could look at the same problem. I think your book is very timely. It's 53 pages, just 53 pages, right? But 53 pages of power-packed words, and I'm looking forward to be reading it. I just got the soft copy of it, but I don't like to read the soft copy on my laptop or on my cell phone. You see, I'm requesting Moshmi to send me the hard copy. And a very conventional teacher and student I am, I like to sit with the book and a pencil in my hand, and I like to underline the things. So Moshmi, please do not go away from your promise of sending me the book. And this is something which is very special because some of the chapters, some of the points that you have taken care. For example, in the last chapter, you are trying to define the success itself, right?
Yeah.
These are some of the words that I think use in the classroom. Uh, so from the perspective of a teacher, this thing is very important. And for you, this is, I'm sure, you have unboxed yourself many times as a part of your career, the kind of profession that you are in, where unboxing, in-box thinking does not help you, right? So I'm sure this is also bringing to us your own experiences to all of us. And thanks for sharing that. Maybe later on, when I get chance, I'll speak more. Thank you, Moshmi. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request that, yes, you welcome this book to your university library. I'll, of course, send you the copies. And now we invite Professor Dr. Ramesh Bagla, sir. All right. So, yes, Professor, the head of the department and Amity Business School, what do you have to say, sir, about this book, about the author? You have been dealing with students, the MBA students daily now, sir. All over to you.
Very good evening to all of you. And I am really, really indebted to Mausumi. We have known each other for very few months now, and for inviting me to such a distinguished panel. About the book, I would like to say that you have got one practitioner of your book already who has been practicing unboxing in his life right from the word go. See, this is my second innings after working for 35 years in the industry. So first I unboxed myself at the age of 60 when I came to academia. I had no idea about teaching. I was not sure whether I will be a successful teacher or not, but I took it up in all my gusto and enthusiasm. And today I am already spent 13 years teaching MBA students. And I am very happy that whatever I have been practicing myself, I have shown that way to all my students. As Professor Santosh Kumarji has said, out of the box thinking is the first thing that we teach to our students. And what I find in your book, Adhirr ji, is, very, very friendly format of the book. After each chapter, you have given a summary of the chapter and then reflection point.
Yeah.
So this will help the readers, particularly those who are looking for learning from such self-help books. It will be kind of a very, very helpful tool in their hands. And in my journey of unboxing myself, I would like to share with you a poem which I wrote when I started my second innings.
Okay.
So there has to be, some inspiration, some learning out of life which you put in practice, and the process of unlearning goes. So I would like to correct Maushami to the extent that I started modeling at the age of 65, not 60. And these days I am learning acting, and who knows that I may get a chance in one of Dinesh's film in future.
Sure, sir, sure.
So the journey of unboxing continues, and it will continue till the moment I die. So here is the poem which I wrote when I started my second inning at the age of 60. This is in Hindi. The title of the poem is Jeevan Sandhya. I heard that Dinesh ji has also written something in which Sandhya is there.
Purva
Right.
Sandhya.
So this is, Dinesh ji, this is Jeevan Sandhya.
Okay.
सोचा था जीवन संध्या में कुछ पल ठहर, आपाधापी से उबर, विश्रांति के कुछ पल जीऊंगा, जहां न होगी आगे बढ़ने की होड़ और न होंगे क्षुद्र जोड़। तो सोचा था समय भी अपना होगा और सोच भी, करूंगा वह सब कुछ जिससे मिलेगा आत्मानंद, पूरे करूंगा खुली आंखों से देखे वे सब सुहाने सपने जो अब तक मरीचिका बने रहे मेरे मन रख की। कुछ दिनों विश्राम किया, भूले भटके संबंधों को पुनर्जीवित करने का प्रयास किया। कुछ दिनों विश्राम किया, भूले भटके संबंधों को पुनर्जीवित करने का प्रयास किया, और पाया समय के साथ निकटतम संबंधों के भी सभी समीकरण बदल गए। समय का झरता रेत मुट्ठी में कब तक रुक पाता। कुछ समय बाद अकेलेपन का सन्नाटा काटने लगा, रुके हुए पानी पर काई जमने लगी और दुर्गंध पनपने लगी। तब लगा जीवन की सार्थकता चलते रहने में है, अविरल बहते रहकर महानिर्वाण के असीमित वारिधि में समाहित हो जाने में। So this was the first step towards unboxing. Though I have been unboxing myself in my industry career also, but this was a major step towards unboxing where I entered academia and started teaching.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful poem and your kind words. It's time to formally release Adhirr Raj Mathur's book, Unbox Me. May I request everyone to clap for this book and our author today. And I request Sir Adhirr Raj sir to hold the book in his hand so that we can take a click. Sir, can we hear the claps? Heartiest congratulations, sir. Heart to hear it. I also have the book with me. Hope you can see. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And we are proceeding ahead with more and more talks. I would like to congratulate Adhirr Raj sir and his friends, his family members today, because it is the time to celebrate, because we have formally released Unbox Me. So today we have with us Mr. Hariram Krishnan sir, who has written the foreword of this book. He is the former MD Galderma India. He is an executive coach and mentor, and also a motivating figure. I would request Hariram sir to say a few words.
Thank you, Mosmi. Right, I think it's just a coincidence. Quite some time back, I do remember, Adhirr had asked me, that there's going to be a launch and, would I be able to join? And I was in double mind at the time, probably, trying to go to US and not being sure about, where I'm going to be. But it so happened, it got rescheduled to 3rd September. And just a few days back, when he called me up and said that, sir, can I have your address? I would like to send the book. I said, to hell with the address. I said, we meet. So I fixed an engagement with them at Starbucks, in Kandivali. On Tuesday, I said, I'm going to meet you and I'm going to take proudly, the book from your hands directly.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. It's an honor.
Right. And probably, when he asked me, to send a forward, what really touched me when I read, the draft, there were two things. The first thing, that I would say is pharma, typically, because I also belong to pharma. Therefore, I resonate, quite a lot with Adhirr in terms of his career pathway that he has had and his ending up, with the learning and development. And I starting as a MR, medical representative in 1970s, and then ending up, for 12 years as the managing director of a multinational, Swiss company. Right. And therefore, I'm equally aware of the pains and pleasures that we go through in terms of, when we move through the paths and, the diverse situation, that we are in. And that's what probably attracted me, first towards, writing the forward, heartily. The second thing is, of course, I have known Adhirr, when he was about to retire or before retiring, we have had a couple of phone calls, what he's going to do, how he is going to take the second innings, unboxing, as right, Dr. Bagla said. And I have also done that unboxing because at the age of 60, when I retired, everybody was thinking, that's fine, it's okay. But then, you start thinking of a different direction, land up, into a full course of executive coaching, with ICF. Not an easy joke. Every week, you got to attend your classes, write your exams. And all my relatives used to mock at me. Hey, yaar, what are you doing? You should be enjoying life. What is this you're doing? As if, this is not an enjoyment. This was an enjoyment, and therefore that I was doing it. And it fitted well, into my profile in terms of my passion, everything put together to become a mentor for a couple of CEOs, not just in pharma, but across the sector, and also being an executive coach to quite a few people. So Adhirr, therefore, resonates, quite a lot in terms of, what I look at. And the way, he has put across, as quite a few of you mentioned, in terms of the total journey that he has gone through, what is important is that each stage, he has given a lot of emphasis, not just for the technical skills, but for the mind. I think, that's what plays the major difference. And I still remember, the old book, Alvin Toffler's Future Shock, which was somewhere in 1970, it was written. That one statement that says the illiterate of the 21st century are not those who are not educated, but those who do not learn, unlearn, and relearn. And therefore, the continuity in terms of unlearning and relearning, which quite a few of you mentioned, is probably, what keeps us really going, each day, looking forward to it with the new zest, the new zeal, and the new energy, you know, that we talk about. So that was one, you know, that really attracted me. And obviously, you know, from the professional journey, he has been able to pick up very salient points that could be very useful to the current generation. Because I see one thing practically in pharma, quite often I find, you know, with number of people around, there is only 1%, you know, that raises to the top. Not just because the opportunities are only that much. Somewhere along the way, they become rudderless. And unfortunately, you know, they rely upon, you know, their own bosses, you know, to help them, you know, to handhold, but everybody is not lucky. Therefore, the amount of time that you spend on self-learning, self-reflection, self-affirmation, right, and self-development is what probably makes a difference. And this is where I feel that if somebody picks up, you know, those nuggets of wisdom, you know, that Adhirr has given, I think, you know, it would make a huge difference, you know, to them. And apart from that, as many of you mentioned, even if you're not in the pharma career, there are a lot of general, you know, principles that apply to everyone in any career that we talk about, because these are universal. And, you know, therefore, you know, they can be applied, you know, anywhere. And therefore, I would say it's a pleasure that, you know, Adhirr, that you have been able to, as somebody mentioned, in 60 plus pages, you have been able to pack, you know, so much of wisdom. God bless you. And I hope, you know, you will continue to write, you know, more of them. And thank you for giving me the privilege to, you know, to write the forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Now it's time to talk with the author. Yes, Adhirr Raj Mathur, sir, heartiest congratulations. We would like to know what inspired you to write this book.
Yes, Mausami, that's a good question to ask. This takes me back again to my maybe 3-4 years back when I started my blogging career. So for the last couple of years, I've been getting into blogging, and the whole purpose of me getting into blogging was to send across my message and to inspire people. And that's where, you know, I would say the seed of book writing actually started germinating. And from then on, my purpose was basically to send across a message to the masses through this book. It cannot be a better medium than this, so that it can make a difference in their life, and in order to spread the happiness and joy around. And in my mission of writing a book, my wife, Niti, who is sitting next to me, has also been an inspiration for me. And so also my children who are connected now. Amal, who is in Boston right now, has been an inspiration, has been a contributor for me. And my daughter, Isha, and Vishal, my son-in-law, who are in Hawaii, and also they're connected. It's very early in the morning for them, maybe around 4 o'clock, but still they're connected. They have also been a big motivator, contributor, and also they have been nudging me time and again to complete the book, and their contribution has been immense.
Wow, great. So why did you choose Unbox Me to be the title of your book? Would you like to throw some light on this? Why Unbox Me?
Right. So once again, a very good question. Why Unbox Me? Because this is one title, I think, which has touched every one of the eminent speakers over here as well. So I was a little intrigued, you know, with the fact that we go through a lot of emotions and feelings in a day, right? And if we look at the science behind these emotions and feelings, over a day, we have close to 50 to 60,000 emotions and feelings in a day, and 80% of them are going to be negative. And these negative feelings over a period of time cause, you know, a lot of limiting beliefs in us. And these limiting beliefs are the ones which gives us a lot of pushback. And these limiting beliefs are the ones which will put us in a cage, right? And there has to be something which has to come, which has to make us come out of the cage, and which has to, you know, unbox ourselves. So when we need to come out of that cage of the limiting beliefs and free ourselves and get into that empowering belief, you know, we need to unbox ourselves. And that's how the title came around.
So Dinesh, sir, I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the title of the book, Unbox Me?
You see, the moment you told me about this book and about the title, I was reminded of an article I just, not just, but a few weeks back read in the Hindustan Times. It was about it was about learning to be happy or teaching to be happy. You know, to be happy, being happy is a science, and it's not a rocket science. So with a little discipline and continued efforts, you can learn to be happy. In fact, in Harvard University, I was told there is a course called Psych E1504, which teaches how to be happy. So unboxing is, I think, am I correct, Adhirji, that unboxing is indirectly or directly related to to being happy in our lives. You unbox yourself so that you can spread happiness and be happy. So I was very intrigued with this topic because I have dealt with it at large. I happen to deal with it at large with my audiences, whom I sometimes dare to teach or to train them for being happy. You see, when you learned your cycle for the first time, you couldn't cycle it properly because people do tend to doubt you, Adhirji. How would you be able to unbox yourself and be happy? So it's a science. You have to keep practicing. Just as you were not able to do the cycling right in the middle, or many things in your life, you first started to do that, but couldn't do that. You fell off the cycle, you bruised yourself, you did that, but ultimately you did learn that. और अब तो उसके इतने बड़े बड़े वेरिएंट्स आ गए हैं कि आप एक पहिए की साइकिल को भी बैलेंस करके चले आते हैं. Skiing, for example, you know, skating, for example. So if you put in your continuous efforts and learn to be happy, which is a science which is being taught in Harvard University, you can unbox yourself and you can be happy.
Very true, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inputs. Now, happiness and success are two important terms of life. How will your book help people to achieve both, Adhirr sir? And is happiness connected to success?
Right. That's again a good question, Mausami. To me, success and happiness are more intertwined. It means if you're successful in life, obviously you will be happy. But the key here is what will you define success as? And what does success mean to you? Right. So when I asked this question to many people, I got different answers. Right. So for some, success means going to the pinnacle of the career. For some, success means, being successful in the business. But what does actually success mean as a definition? Wikipedia actually defines success, as a condition of meeting a set range of expectations. So if we go a little granular and dissect success for a day, what does success mean for you in a day? Right? It can mean different to different people again. So to me, success in a day means if I'm meeting my range of expectations in a day, if I'm fulfilling my to-do list in a day, right? If I'm touching somebody's life in a day, I'm successful, right? If I'm making a difference in somebody's life, I am successful. If I'm making someone happy, I'm successful in a day, right? So my only appeal to everyone through this book is dissect the success of your career or for your life, and maybe digress it and look at it into what does success mean for you in a day, right? And try to achieve your success in a day. And once you start achieving that, obviously you will be happy.
Thank you so much, sir. So Pragya ma'am is...
For a moment?
Yes,
just one comment that I just thought about when I was listening to Aditi. I'm getting old, so I may forget this. So forgive me, Pragya ji, for taking a moment. You see, what I personally feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, Adhirr, that to be happy, you see, there was a time when I was under deep acute depression. I wanted to die. I wanted to commit suicide and all that. But people recommended me pills and antidepressants and things like that. But they would make me sleep. So next day I wouldn't be able to go to work. And I would just keep sleeping because I don't drink. It's not as if I enjoyed being drowsy or taking those drugs. एक अचानक मैंने उनको लेना छोड़ दिया, but what to do about my depression? अचानक उसकी एक जो एक उसका इलाज जो मेरे पास अपने आप आ गया दौड़ के, वो ये था कि मुझे बुलवर्कर का शौक हुआ करता था, तो बुलवर्कर पढ़ा था, तो मैंने धीरे धीरे मैंने ऐसे ही एक बार उसको उठा के देखा, उसको एक्सरसाइज करनी शुरू की, एंड देयर आर अबाउट 40 to 50 exercises you can do with bullworker. So it just started. I mean, I restarted. I used to do in my college. I restarted, and I got addicted to it. So once I will get addicted to exercising every morning, you won't believe the whole day I would stay fresh. In the morning, I'll spend 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So my idea was that to face depression, to remove depression, to treat depression, take up a hobby. Take up a hobby that interests you. That will give you happiness. If I'm wrong, because I experienced it myself. That's why I thought I'll just put it in.
Very true, sir. Very true. I totally resonate with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for opening us to us. So, ma'am, Pragya Richa Srivastava, ma'am, is with us today. She has been empowering women. She is a role model to the society today. Ma'am, what do you have to say? Happiness, success, both are connected. And how actually we can achieve this success of being happy?
I think very beautiful words were put on this topic by various speakers. What I would say is, let me begin with the system I come from, the policing. In the name of discipline, what has been happening is that we've been generating or encouraging conformism. So there is no scope for lateral thinking. There's no scope for out-of-box thinking. I was just reminded of 4 lines which are very close to my heart. मन के 2 दरवाजे पूरब, मन की 4 खिड़कियां पश्चिम, किस बयार को आने दूं मैं, किससे कहूं वहीं रुक जाए. I think we don't need to stop anything that is coming into your mind, or any kind of fresh air or breeze or anything that strikes you. The need is to assimilate, to think, to see how we can improve things. Now, let me share my experience when I joined the service 30 years ago. So, there's a typical thing about policing, particularly women, when we join the service. It's like kind of a Sanskritization. You tend to become like a man because you want to prove yourself in the system. I'm talking about women in the force. So I did the reverse. I used to have short hair. I grew my hair. Little things. The thing about policing was that you had to, indulge in 3rd degree maybe, or things like that. I did just the reverse. I would do, say for example, there was a theft and the aim is to get the thief to, without using scientific aids, which anyway were few and far between 30 years ago. You tend to, to apply whatever you can to get the thief to say that, yes, I've done it or whatever. So I'll give an example. It's a big theft of diamond bangles, etc. and stuff. And a lot of the junior officers were trying to get something out of the thief. So all I did was I said, I want to talk to him one-to-one. And I told him, I said, I'm not interested in anything. Just get me those diamond bangles. I'll see that you're out. And of course, he told us where it was and how he got it all out and whatever. It was just kind of on the spur way of dealing with things. This book, I must add, we do a lot of training sessions now to sensitize our force to get out of the conformist mode. We need to think differently because the system needs it. The society needs a different kind of policing. At the leadership level, I think this book would go a long, long way. We would like to introduce, and we do a lot of trainings around the year through at all levels. I was just reading the title of the subtitles. They're all, I think that you sent across. They're all, they indicate, I've not read the book, but they indicate that there's a lot to read, there's a lot to assimilate. And I think there's a lot that I would need to pass on to the younger lot to perhaps not just unbox themselves, but unbox policing as a system.
Thank you so much. Indeed inspiring. So a journey from pain point to pleasure point. Yes, suddenly a question to you, Adhirr, sir. A journey from pain point to pleasure point. Why the subtitle? A sudden question. I know you must be thinking, why Moshim is putting me so many questions.
Right. So this is one thing, which has again was intriguing me for a while now. okay, why are people actually facing pain point? What exactly is the pain point for them? So I also realized over a period of time that we come across many challenges day in and day out. And those challenges are actually taken as a pain point for people. But my point of reflection was, are these challenges are really a pain point, or are they coming in the form of an opportunity for us? Right? So I was looking at every pain point as an opportunity. I was looking at every challenge as an opportunity. So I want my readers also to look at every challenge, every pain point as an opportunity, and transform all those challenges and all those pain points into the pleasure points. So this book is an attempt to make them realize, to reflect, and bring about the transformation in them so that they can convert every pain point into a pleasure point by getting transformed themselves.
Great,
Excuse
great.
me, one moment. Adhirji, consciously or unconsciously, was it not unboxing myself when I turned the mic crisis into an opportunity? What's this noise?
Yeah, sorry for
Everything
that.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem. No, I was asking that I was about to commit suicide and I turned it into a healthy habit. You know what I'm trying to say? Instead of taking depressants or taking recourse to some wines and like those filmy things, I turned towards I turned toward exercise. So it brought me out of the depression. It gave me a healthy life and what do you call lively life. The whole day I'll be all right. It was only in the night when I would again probably get down with the depression, but in the morning I'll be all. So was it unboxing unconsciously?
Yeah, you were coming out of a cage and you have unboxed yourself and you have transformed yourself in a way, and you looked at the pleasure. You have converted all those pain points into a pleasure point.
Yes, I made it a place. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Professor Dr. Santosh Kumar, sir. So you have been teaching, like it's been a long time now dealing with the students, all right, even the faculty. What do you say this? Like, you must have seen sometimes your teachers also, they take the stress, they are pressurized the students. So how will this book be helpful for your students, sir? Again, unboxing, and sir has already explained a journey from pain point to pleasure point. So what do you have to say here, sir? Sir, a few words from you.
You see, I look at my entire journey in two parts, as a practitioner and as a teacher, right? Practitioner of public policy, in the sense that that I'm a public policy person who has practiced. I have been in the field. I was working with the World Bank. I have worked with the United Nations. I have worked with the Asian Development Bank, so on and so forth. And I've worked with almost 16, 17 states of this country, working on the different aspects of public policy formulation, implementation, monitoring, evaluation, etc., etc. So I've been out in the field, right? And I have been a teacher since 1996. Both these domains are so well defined, and in both the domains, I had my own painful points, which I tried to convert into pleasure. We were just talking about the success, right? At the end of the day, uh, if you derive happiness out of what you have done the whole day, I think you consider that day to be a successful day. I think I had good share of it all my career. So 27 years into the career now. Uh, as far as the students are concerned, I think one of the things that we have been forgetting very, either consciously, or I'm not saying consciously, but either as a kind of, we have not been giving due importance to this particular fact that we have not been teaching our kids to face failure. This is very important. This is very important. We are talking about success. Fine. We should be talking about success, but how to deal with the word failure itself? What is it that we see as failure? Many a times, this failure, if not dealt with correctly, with proper perspective and with proper set of mind, this becomes so painful that it becomes overwhelming for you, and then any number of measures that you take to take it to the level of pleasure point and all, the journey becomes a bit too long. and then the pinching points of being failure. So if we are not teaching our students to understand what is failure, and also the art and craft of asking question, why this has happened. Most of the time we are so conformist that we agree to whatever is happening, fatalist, that ये तो होना ही था, ये नहीं चलता है, ये जिंदगी में नहीं चलता है, आपको उसके आगे निकलना होता है, और किस तरह से आप आगे निकलना चाहते हैं ये आपको सीखना पड़ेगा। मेरे ख्याल है जब हम ये सीख जाते हैं कि हम इससे बाहर निकल सकते हैं, तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है मेरे लिए। एज ए टीचर मैं कह रहा हूँ, मेरी खुद की जर्नी में as a professional, I have seen many a times that I have failed. I mean, I have failed in the sense that at that point of time, I was not successful, or I was not able to crack a particular naughty administrative problem, right? Pragya ji is there. I do not know why. I think I have known her for many years. I do not have any idea, how I would have known her for. But then, ma'am, I'm a member of UPSC. So I do not know if I have seen you there, or I have no idea, but then, so from the perspective of administration also, like in the administrative job, every time, every day we meet with such kind of challenges. These challenges, if not understood in proper perspective, they become points of pain. And then if you linger with that particular pain, then it's not a good idea. And I believe this particular book, whether for the students or for the professionals like me, who combine professional and the teacher and everything in the same way, and many more things that I do. I think unboxing yourself, realizing your potentials, and I'm sure we don't even have an idea how much of potential every human being actually has within himself or herself, right? So realizing by permutation and combination what could work for you and how every day something new could work for you. I think this particular book, if extended properly, and if each and every word of it is understood properly, I believe this will really help us to unbox our potentials. This is very important for all of us, because each and every life must face with the challenges. Otherwise, गिरते हैं शहर सवार ही घोड़े से, उनका क्या जो something, I'm sure others can complete this particular couplet.
घुटने चले.
हाँ, जो भी है, मतलब शुक्रिया. तो पॉइंट ये है कि अगर आप घोड़े पे चढ़ना जानते हैं या चाहते हैं घोड़े पे चढ़ना, तो आपको चैलेंजेस फेस करनी पड़ेंगी, और चैलेंजेस जब आप फेस करेंगे तो आपको अनबॉक्स्ड थिंकिंग करनी पड़ेगी. आपके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है कि आप इनबॉक्स हो करके आप किसी काम को कर सके. आपको चैलेंजेस को फेस करनी पड़ेंगी, आपको चैलेंजेस के उस पर जाना पड़ेगा, और इसकी वजह से और इसके लिए आपको अपनी पोटेंशियल्स को रियलाइज करना पड़ेगा, आपको सक्सेस को रीडिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. कोई एक स्टैंडर्ड बेंचमार्क डेफिनेशन नहीं है सक्सेस की. हर केस के साथ उसके मायने बदल जाते हैं, और ये बहुत जरूरी है कि जिस तरह से हम सक्सेस के मायने को डिफाइन करते हैं, हम फेलियर के मायने को भी डिफाइन करें, और दोनों को इक्वली एक्सेप्टेबल तरीके से मानकर चलें. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है मेरे लिए, जो मैंने अपनी जिंदगी में देखा है, जो मैंने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को समझाया है. मैं लिबरल आर्ट्स को प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ 2009 से 2009 से. अलग अलग यूनिवर्सिटी में, देश के सम ऑफ द बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में मैंने पढ़ाया है. इस वक्त कोलकाता में मैं जिस भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में काम कर रहा हूँ, एडमस यूनिवर्सिटी में, यहाँ पे इसे लॉन्च करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. मुझे पता नहीं है, वेस्ट बंगाल का, ईस्टर्न इंडिया का एकेडमिक इकोसिस्टम बहुत अलग है. इस इकोसिस्टम के अंदर जिस काम को मैंने बड़ी खूबी के साथ वेस्टर्न इंडिया में या नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में किया है, क्या कर पाऊंगा? मैं एंटरप्रेन्योरियल वेंचर, एंटरप्रेन्योरियल जिल के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ इस वक्त यहाँ पे. शायद फेल भी हो जाऊं, लेकिन मैंने कोशिश तो की थी. ये तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ये मुझे याद रहेगा कि मैंने कोशिश की है, और कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. ये बड़ा ऑफ कोटेड एक लाइन है, हम सभी को पता है. लेकिन मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि इस कन्वेंशनल माइंडसेट के अंदर लिबरल स्टडीज जैसी चीज़ों को हम किस तरह से लॉन्च कर सकें, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. और उसके लिए मुझे जितनी भी किस्म की इनोवेटिव थिंकिंग हो सकती है, मैं सबकी मदद ले रहा हूँ. इनफैक्ट आप में से जो भी मेरे साथ जुड़ना चाहें, दिनेश सर, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि कभी आप मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को आकर के कभी लेक्चर देना चाहें हिस्ट्री के ऊपर या किसी भी चीज़ के ऊपर। इनफैक्ट ये प्लेटफॉर्म मौसमी ने जो क्रिएट किया है, मैं हमेशा इसलिए आना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि आई मीट सम ऑफ द मोस्ट वंडरफुल पीपल हियर। एवरी टाइम आई कम हियर आई मीट all of you, the most wonderful people here. So,
Sir,
this
it will
is
be my
how.
privilege. It will be my privilege. I would love to. ये तो मेरा पैशन है सर। अगर
जी सर,
आप मुझे
जी
इस
सर,
काबिल
जी सर,
समझें, I'll
जी सर,
be
जी सर,
always there.
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर। तो मेरे कहने का मतलब यह है कि अनबॉक्स थिंकिंग अपनी पोटेंशियल्स को रियलाइज करना है, अपने अपॉर्चुनिटीज को अलग अलग तरीके से आपको देखना है और उसको कोशिश करनी है कि आप उसको उसी तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके जैसा आप चाहते हैं। कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी के दिनों में जिस वक्त मैं जेएनयू में मास्टर्स कर रहा था, बाद में तो खैर इंग्लैंड वगैरह चला गया, हालांकि ये उस समय से मेरे साथ ये जो शेयर है मेरे साथ आज तक टिका हुआ है और मैं हमेशा इसकी तरफ घूम कर देखता हूँ जब भी मैं किसी परेशानी में फंसता हूँ कि खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है। मेरा ख्याल है कि ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है मेरे लिए कि मैं अपने आप को रियलाइज करूं, मैं अपने बारे में सोचूं और अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बताऊं कि वो अपने बारे में क्या सोचें, किस तरह से सोचें ताकि फेलियर और सक्सेस दोनों को एक ही तरीके से वो देख करके आगे चल सके। मेरे ख्याल है अनबॉक्स मी इसी बारे में है। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, sir. Adhirr sir, are you planning to write your next book? Can we get some hint?
Yeah, sure. I am really so inspired by what you have done for me, Mausami, by publishing this book and for the kind of experience that you have given me while publishing this book. And this experience is really inspiring me to go for the second one, right? So as a sequel to Unbox Me, which is again an inspiration book, the next one is going to be again on touching people's life, which is again going to be on motivation. It is not going to be an external motivation, which I cannot provide. It is going to be something on intrinsic one. And it's all in the mind right now. I need to put it on a Word doc and give it to you as a manuscript. So that will happen in the times to come.
All the best, sir.
Mosmi, can I take a little liberty? Can I ask Mr. Adhirr something?
हाँ जी सर।
Adhirr जी, कौन है आपके हवाई में?
जी?
हवाई में है ना आपके कौन है?
My daughter and son-in-law are there in Hawaii.
Which part of Hawaii?
They are in Honolulu.
Oh, Honolulu. I went to Hawaii and visited all those islands, Hilo and Kino, etc., and the volcanoes. I think one of the best places in the world is Hawaii.
Yeah, he is also connected. Vishal, who is connected in the call today, he is in Hawaii, in Honolulu, in the Oahu Island.
So we will talk
on the way back.
Yeah.
But everybody has, excuse me, Moshmi, everybody has recited a poem in some lines, etc. I mean, you forget that I'm a poet myself. So
I never. Sir, अभी तो शो बाकी है, कहाँ खत्म हो रहा है?
अच्छा, फिर ठीक है। पर अनबॉक्सिंग में मैं सिर्फ एक्सरसाइज को ही, जैसे मैंने कहा ना, एक्सरसाइज या कोई हॉबी हो तो आप you can unwind yourself, you can remove yourself from depression, you can be happy once again. There are other means also. मुझे भी 4 लाइनें मेरे साथ हमेशा चिपकी रही हैं मेरी जिंदगी में। कंधे थक जाते हैं जब बोझ से इस लंबे सफर के, हाफ जाता हूं मैं जब दिन की चट्टानें चढ़ते चढ़ते, सांस रह जाती है सीने में जब गुच्छा सी होकर, और लगता है कि बस दम ही निकल जाएगा यहीं पर। एक नन्ही सी कविता मेरे पास आकर कहती है मुझसे मेरे शायर, मेरे कंधों पे रख दे, मैं तेरा बोझ उठा दूं।
बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब,
बहुत खूब। Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for these beautiful lines, your words. So we have Ramesh Bagla, sir. Yes, sir. Yesterday he told me, this book is so interesting that I wrote a few lines on this book. I wrote a poem. Sir, would you please, just speak out or recite your words so that Adhirr, sir, can get motivated? Sir, a poem on your book.
क्या बात है?
I have tried my best, and this poem was written last night between 3:30 and 4. So I was not really, able to put it together. But when I thought that I can write it, then I started. And it is dedicated to your book and to you, Adhirr ji.
Thank you so much.
It is in Hindi. I write in English as well, but I could not come out with very effective portrayal of your book in English. So please pardon me for that. And it goes like this. मनुष्य तू है अनंत अपार शक्ति का आगार, मनुष्य तू है अनंत अपार शक्ति का आगार, पाषाण युग से आ पहुंचा तू 5G तक, तेरी महत्वाकांक्षाओं से खिले हैं अनंत संभावनाओं के बहुरंगी इंद्रधनुष और उन पर कमान चढ़ाने की अथक ललक, प्रत्यंचा को अपनी शक्ति से बढ़कर खींच पाने का साहस, जिसने बनाया है तेरी जिजीविषा को इतना दुर्दम कि इतने घातों और प्रत्याघातों के बाद भी न कभी थकी है न कभी रुकी है, बह रही है निर्बाध निरंतर सुर सरिता सी सतत सबल, कभी ना कर सीमित. Now this is directly from your book, on your book, these lines which I am going to recite now.
Okay.
कभी ना कर सीमित तो अपने सपनों को विफलता के किसी विगत अनुभव से, कभी ना कर सीमित तो अपने सपनों को विफलता के किसी विगत अनुभव से, मुक्त कर दे स्वयं को पूर्वाग्रहों के सभी पिंजरों से. अनबॉक्स.
Thank you so much.
मुक्त कर दे स्वयं को पूर्वाग्रहों के सभी पिंजरों से, भरने दे उन्मुक्त उड़ान अपनी सुप्त अभिलाषाओं को, भरने दे उन्मुक्त उड़ान अपनी सुप्त अभिलाषाओं को, पहचान असीम अनंत अंतरिक्ष सी संभावनाओं को.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
खोल दे अपनी अदम्य शक्ति के सभी स्रोतों को, खोल दे अपनी अदम्य शक्ति के सभी स्रोतों को, विश्वास रख फहरेगी तेरी विजय पताका अजेय लगने वाले हर उत्तुंग शिखर पर. धन्यवाद.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful verse, sir. So let me
I would like to, just give me 1 minute.
Yes,
I
sir.
would like to ask Dinesh ji, who is a poet himself, and how did you like, sir?
जी बहुत खूबसूरत, बहुत अच्छी है, बहुत ही प्रेरणादायक.
धन्यवाद.
दिनेश सर खुद ही इतने मोटिवेशनल पोएम्स लिखते हैं. Sir says, I will definitely conduct a poetry show very soon. All right, today we are just sticking to Adhirr Raj Mathur sir and his book Unbox Me. So I would like to also speak, introduce you to the reviewers of this book. They are eminent personalities. Vivek Atre sir, he is ex-IAS, author and motivational TEDx speaker. So his lines, from a deep dive into his professional experiences, Adhirr fetches some gems to explain how people can unshackle the baggages they carry and turn into confident beings. Unbox Me is a fine maiden attempt by the author. So I do not know if Vivek sir is here today. If he's here, we'd love to hear a few words from him. Again, we have M. Soma Sekhar sir. He is a former associate editor, The Hindu Business Line. He said, if you are looking to amplify and deepen your thought process and understand to be agile and adaptive in the highly frenzied and capricious world, then Unbox Me by Adhirr is the book for you, a page turner and a must read. We also have Atul Khoshla sir, Vice Chancellor, Shulini University, HP. Unbox Me is a collection of interesting insights which will encourage readers to acknowledge their self-limiting beliefs and train their mind consciously. The book has many practical tips to nudge the reflective reader towards embracing opportunities and achieving positive outcomes. We also have Rajaram Narayan sir. So, sir, Adhirr sir, any of the reviewers present today so we can hear from them?
Right.
Yes.
No, I'm not finding them. I think they are not in the call today.
Okay, no issues. Thank you so much. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the reviewers for reviewing this book wonderfully. And before we go ahead, and we just also want to hear a few lines from your family members, but a few lines for our readers, Adhirr sir. May I request all of you to just kindly keep your microphone on mute, because there is certain disturbances. Yes, Adhirr sir, few lines for our readers. What would you love to say to our readers?
Right. So through this book, I like to send across a message to all the readers across, whoever lays their hands on this copy and then grabs a copy of this, is when I'm talking about the pain point to the pleasure point. So the pain point is just a perception in the mind. And we very often react to this perception and not the reality. So the pain point may not be a reality, it can be a perception. So we need to reflect and figure out, is it a reality or a perception? And we should not be reacting to this perception, and understand what exactly is the offering for me, what exactly is the opportunity which is opening up for me from this pain point, and look at it from the perspective of the pleasure point, and maybe grab this as an opportunity and make it a pleasure point.
Thank you so much, sir. So I thank sir's family, his better half is here, his sons, all right, son-in-law, his entire family is here, his daughter is here. I congratulate them too for this wonderful book. So any one of you would like to, say a few words for this wonderful book and
Now,
our author?
We have with the call Mr. Neeraj Arora, who has been my philosopher, guide, and who has been an inspiration for me to write this book as well. Can I call upon Mr. Neeraj Arora, sir, to also unmute himself and share his perspective?
Sure. Unbox, unmute, and say.
Yeah. He's
absolutely. Madhuji, I've been waiting for my turn. Miss Sachdeva has not been kind. She's been allowing all illuminaries to speak. Trust me, Madhuji's alma mater is GlaxoSmithKline. We've been together for more than 3 decades. So we'll take some credit of what Unbox Me is. And Adhirji, absolutely delightful. This has never been a step taken by any one of us over the years. It will be a absolute first time inspiration to all of us. Very specifically, I'm sure, like the way he's did training for us for a very long time at GlaxoSmithKline. So I speak on behalf of all our colleagues, and best to all the very best wishes to you, Mathuji. Like always, I think Nidhi Bhaviji right in front, as they say, the best half. She's been always inspiring, and what a panel this has been. I mean, this has been very enlightening. I really thank from the bottom of my heart all of you to have found time and hour for this Sunday evening. This itself talks large volumes about the respect what you give to anybody who is wanting to do something good for the society at large. Lovely. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Adhirr sir, tell us briefly about your publishing experience.
Yeah. So it makes me go back to the times when I had my first call with you, Mosami, and then I was discussing about my plan of publishing the book. And from the time that I handed over my manuscript to you, it has been a dream experience for me. The way you have handled the whole, I would say, the task of publishing the book, it was as if I'm talking to a family member and not to a publisher, right? And this experience has also inspired me now to go for my second book, which is going to be a sequel of Unbox Me, and which is again going to be on something which is going to touch every human heart, which is going to be on motivation, though not external, but the intrinsic one. And thanks a lot to Mosami for putting up all together, and really thankful to you for all that you have done for me.
Thank you so much, and heartiest congratulations. So anyone else from your family member who would congratulate you or say a few words before we wind up the program?
Hello, everyone. Let me give a short introduction of myself. I am the proud son of the man of the hour for today, Adhirr Raj Mathur. So my father has been my inspiration and has been an integral part of motivating me to achieve my goals. It was his dream to become an author, and today it's like dream coming true moment for him. I'm pretty sure this is one of the best moments in his life. With this, I want to end with one quote that my father truly believes in. It's keep doing good. It will surely come back to you in some form or the other. So I'm really proud of you, Dad, and this is just the beginning. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Before we wind up, we would like to hear one line from our special guest present here. One line from Dinesh sir. Then we go to Pragya ma'am. Yes, sir. Dinesh sir, please unmute yourself.
Right. Before we have our guest speaker speaking, can I call upon Vinay, who is my brother-in-law and who is with me right now, to share his perspective?
Sure, sir. Vinay sir, please unmute yourself.
No, you are muted. You are muted.
Dad, can you mute yourself so that they'll.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vinay. I'm brother-in-law of the man of the hour, Adhirr. So I was very excited to see Adhirr progressing from a full-fledged career to an author, and I'm very glad that he has, published this book of his and realized his dream. And we're all excited to see and his progress and become a, publish more such books. And it was a very entertaining and very insightful discussion that we had, and especially on the topics of the pain points to pressure points. I'm sure all of us would have something to take away and learn from this experiences which Adhirr has shared in his book. I'm looking forward to going through the whole book and see what I can learn further on this. And I congratulate Adhirr again and Niti on this achievement, and all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else before we proceed to end the show with one line from the special guest present here today?
Hello, can I speak? This is Sandeep
Yes, sir.
Gupta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me introduce first myself. I'm Sandeep Gupta. Currently, I'm at London, and I am a colleague of Adhirr Mathur for last more than almost 20-25 years. So we were working for the same company. So I have seen Adhirr from a very close distance, and the way of thinking, the way of behavior. In fact, both of us, we have worked as a team workers also. Adhirr, let me congratulate you for your book. I'm very eager to read your book, and I'm very proud of you. So once again, congratulations from my side. And I'm sure this book is going to be very excited. I'm very happy that immediately, as a usual habit, you have set a second goal for you, that second book publishing or the writing a second book is already on the way. Fantastic. So congratulations from my side once again. All the best, Adhirr.
Thank you so much, Sandeep.
So, heartiest congratulations once again, Adhirr Raj Mathur sir. One line from Dinesh sir to motivate our author, Adhirr Raj Mathur sir, before we wind up the show. Yes, Dinesh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
This one line is for Adhirr ji. Adhirr sir, before you go on to your next book of after Unbox any sequel, please unmute your very gracious wife. She has not spoken a word. Unmute her. Unbox your Go ahead. You want to listen to you.
I'm behind him. That is more important for me. Let him progress.
I know you have been the force behind Mr. Mathur. I know you have done. You see, the beauty of the Indian wives is this: the whole ideas will be hers, but she'll give it to her husband without taking the credit. No, my husband ne kiya sab kuch. Anyway, very good, Mr. Mathur. It was a wonderful recitation, and I'm sure not only we, along with us, many people will learn more from your book and very useful things from your book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I do not know if Pragya ma'am is here. She was on duty. I can't see her. If she is there, I would also welcome her to speak a line for Adhirr sir. And yes, ma'am. Till then, I would request Santosh sir.
Adhirr, while I have already congratulated you for this particular thing, I want to congratulate you on many more occasions of such kind.
Sure. Thank you so much.
So looking forward to many pearls and many words of wisdom in days to come. Unbox Me is just the beginning of unboxing your thoughts. I'm sure on many more dimensions of personality and critical thinking, lateral thinking, because you have been coming from management side. So management of day-to-day life, I think that's very important part of the entire present day lifestyle. We are always in the conflict-ridden situations. So your words will actually help all of us to solve those kind of conflict-ridden situations in day-to-day basis. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for putting these thoughts. Many more to come.
Thank you
Look
so
forward
much,
to
sir.
you. Thank you so much.
Ramesh sir, just a line or two
Yes.
before we wind up this show.
So again, heartiest congratulations and bravo. As I am quite older to you, Adhirr, we are waiting for the sequel. And if you happen to be in Delhi, please do let me know. I will invite you for an interaction with my students.
Sure.
And I would like to add a congratulatory word for Mausami also. I am really amazed and very happy to see her at such a young age to organize launching sessions like this. And I don't know how many of you know, she's studying also. She was appearing in her exam in the last week, and she had no time to talk to me. And so long way to go, Mausami, for you, and I'm really happy the way you have done everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I would like to thank our chief guest, Dinesh Kapoor sir, for being here today and gracing the event. I would love to thank Pragya, Richa, Srivastava ma'am for taking out time for us. I would really love to thank Santosh sir for taking out time and for his wonderful words. And Ramesh Bagla sir, heartfelt thanks to you for your wonderful verses today. I would love to thank Hariram Krishnan sir for his foreword and his wonderful words, and all the eminent personalities present here, not to miss Adhirr Raj Mathur sir's better half or the best half, who is just sitting beside. You have been an inspiration to him and entire family of Adhirr Raj sir. And we at Griffin Publication welcome you all to open yourself, to explore your life, to explore your pen, write and get published. We are here to support you, to take you ahead and get the title. Yes, an author is immortal according to me, and till the time we are alive, we all will read you, sir, and the future generations will read, and in this way, as writers and authors, we become immortal. So I welcome you all to Griffin Publication. If you wish to write your book, you can come and explore yourself. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Here we end our show.
Yeah, Mausami, thank you so much for all that you have done for me. And it has been such a wonderful experience. I would say it has been a dream experience for me to be associated with Griffin Publications. And you have been like a family member to me. Never looked at you as a publisher.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And before we